now. Pretty plush plain. What could go wrong here? Oh, absolutely everything. Everything's floating up to the roof, dive bombing back down to Earth. What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. This is a bit of an older game, which some of you may recognize and some may not. It's a game I've played maybe once or twice, but I really enjoyed when I did play it. So I figured I'd do maybe a bit of a series on this one as well. So let's get into it. We'll see what happens. Alright. I think we're just going to jump straight into it. I don't think we're going to change any of the settings or do anything too crazy, but maybe I'll give you a bit of a rundown on the game. You take the role of a plane crash survivor stranded somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Come face to face with some of the most life-threatening scenarios that will result in different experiences each time you play. Scavenge, discover, and survive. Alright, to me that sounds fun. I do love a good survival game. I'm gonna go a new game. Single player, normal, normal, permadeath. Leave it off for now. Let's see. Yep, we'll start fresh. Alright, here we go. Okay. Hunting skill improves how deadly your attacks are. It's always good to read the little tips at the bottom. Sometimes they bring up things that you wouldn't have thought of. Alright, here we are. Middle of the ocean. With a hammerhead shark. We're gonna need this. Let's just hope we don't get knocked out of our raft before we even start. Very close. We're gonna attach this back onto here, and we'll pull the raft up onto the land so it doesn't float away. And this looks like the world's smallest island. Possibly spawned into the worst one. Alright, so maybe the plan will be get off this island. Pick up resources you find around the island. Okay. Press tab to open your inventory. So apparently picking up those two things weren't resources. There we go, rock. Press C to open the craft menu. C. Craft the stone tool from craft. Done. Highlight the refined knife recipe in the crafting menu. Press right mouse button to pin highlight a refined knife recipe. Craft the refined knife. See, it is refined knife. Right click. So what do we need? We need one rope, one stick. Can I put this down? Q. Q is to drop. Need one rope. So to get rope, I'm gonna need this tool to chop down the yucca trees. Now the yucca's become a pretty good commodity to have because you always need rope for things. So we need to create some, well, they call it lashing in this game. A lashing, I need a stick, which this one over here will do. Grab that guy there, go back to our crafting menu, and do a refined knife. Hold F to see your survival watch. Press left mouse button to cycle the watch modes. Okay, so hunting and cooking are at 0. I'm guessing that one is foraging. Something physical. And I don't know what the log one means. Status effects are healthy. Items crafted. They survived. So that's the one we want. We've also got to watch that SPF down the bottom. If you get too hot or too sunburnt, it starts to really affect your health. So easy way to combat that is either go and stand in some shade over here and you watch the SPF start to go down, or I don't really like this idea, but if you go and dive into the water here, you can then watch it refill. So with this shade, you've got to find the right tree. Go and stand under it. Nope. It's really finicky. You're going to be just in the right spot. No. Alright, let's not bother with that. Kill a crab. Alright, let's get our refined knife. And find ourselves a crab to eat. Cloth. That'd be handy. Aloe vera. That's good for sunburn. The splashing in the oceans as well, so those bubbles over there, that means there's a wreck underneath, which I don't know if we're quite at that point just yet. Find us a crab, we'll get this tutorial done. Bit of corrugated iron over there. Of course, the one time we need a crab, there are none. Oh, here we go. Oh, eat your skin. Beautiful. We'll keep that one. Alright, craft a campfire. Probably just craft one over here. So what do we need? Just 4 sticks. Try not to just chop down our trees if we can help it. We don't have a lot. We may need to build a boat or something to get off this island. The sharks can actually knock you out of your raft. Not a good time. 2. There was a crab here, we might just kill him. Get a bit extra meat.
Oh, it's disgusting.
We're gonna need that. We need water the most though. no more sticks around the outside of the island. Let's have a look on the inside. No, these biggest trees, you can knock these down pretty easy. Yeah. Sticks. Just use that for now. Make ourselves a campfire. That one there. Make it a bit closer to there. And we need to craft some kindling to light the fire. That. Yeah. Kindling. 2 more sticks. Right. Another ficus tree will do us. Level up harvesting. Kindling. Light the campfire with the kindling. You gotta alternate the mouse button left and right to get really fast fingers. Perfect. We get our small crab meat. Attach that to the fire. Now with the cooking side of things, you can walk away from it. You'll hear a ding when it's ready. We'll go around and collect. Need to cool down. Yeah, the SPF's at 0. We might quickly go and jump in the water here. Watch that go up. Just gotta watch our oxygen doesn't die. Gotta watch there's no sharks come swimming at us. Sardines. Disappears in shadow. Slippery little sucker. Like impossible to hit him. Now I'm determined. Maybe I can't get him with this. SPF's okay. You also have to watch out for their these purple sea urchins that sort of spawn on the edge of the water. If you get stabbed by one of those, you get poisoned. There are a couple of wrecks that are fairly close as well, which is good. Pick a coconut. Drop him. Drink him down. Cut down a palm tree with an axe and chop the leaves into palm fronds. Craft a shelter so you can sleep and save your progress. Alright. This is cooked now. So we'll chomp him down. Attach that one to it. How are we doing? Food and water is full. SPF is slowly going back up. So the sun's going down. So we need to chop down. We need to make an axe. So let's open our crafting menu. Crude axe. So we need to make another stone tool. We need to make another one again. need to make some lashing. All fibrous leaves. Have one lashing. Perfect. So with your C button for your crafting menu, if you hold it, it brings up all the options of things that you can actually build without having to go into the menu. We now have a crude axe. Small crab meat is still cooking. All the palm trees on here are small, except this guy here. Maybe we'll take the big guy. We're gonna need all the wood to make ourselves a raft if we can. I doubt we're gonna have enough. We'll give it a go. Technically just chop the top off and get the palm fronds and make a shelter, but I'm gonna need all these logs anyway, so I might as well just chop them up while I'm here. This last one should just pop the fronds off the ends. I'm just gonna pick these up and move them over to where we need them. Grab our axe, chop him into bits. Surprised I remember half of the stuff in this game. I haven't played it for a long time. Alright, so we need to craft a shelter. What do we need? Let's pin that up there. We need one more lashing. 3 sticks. Okay. It's done. Yes. I'm just gonna leave that fire on. May as well. Is there any more of those ficus trees? There is. We use that for sticks rather than chopping up all our logs into sticks. They don't give you many, but better than none. Oh, it's pretty dark. Alright, so I need to make lashing as well, so I'm going to need a bit more fibrous material. I know there is a yucca tree there. I don't really want to destroy the yucca tree though. I don't have to. There's stuff that spawns on the ground. Let's just do it. We need to get off this island. Alright, let's craft a lashing. Oh. Don't have enough space. It's cool. As long as you are within the vicinity of your objects, you can still craft stuff, so if I'm too far away from that lashing, it won't let me. But as soon as I get close enough, it'll light up again. Look in the top left corner. Move it away. And then we'll move back and it pops up, so. If we hold the C button down, we can craft ourselves a shelter, which we'll put somewhere here. That'll do. craft the water still. I think I may just save some resources and instead of crafting a water still, maybe we'll just get off the island. So, let's start chopping down all these palm trees. You can hear all the bats coming in. Might just start making a pile of the wood logs here. And all the sticks. We need inventory space. Bronze. Put those over here. Let's go to our crafting menu. And we are hunting. Tool belts. Tool belts are handy. You can have stuff just equipped in like your hotbar. Makes it easy access. We're gonna need a lot of stuff, aren't we? Heap of things. Chairs, tables, beds, shelving. There's all kinds of stuff in here. If we go to the building aspect, there's all your foundation, floors, walls, like a million different options. We can go to vehicles. The wood raft base is what we need. We need 14 sticks and lashing. So maybe we start hacking all these logs into sticks. That might be the way to go. That gives you 4. Need that, and we're going to need as much fibrous material as we can. I'm going to pretty much strip this island bare of resources just to be able to get off it. No more space. Logs. Drop the logs down. I don't know if we're going to get enough lashing to make all of these. So we're going to need, technically, I think we need 2x2 to get off here. Might have to go and have a look at the some of the wrecks just to see if there's anything on there. See what we can use. Let's go to our crafting menu. Yeah. Go to vehicles and we'll pin that to the top here. Not that you guys can actually see that top left corner. May have to move my camera onto the right side in the next video. Alright. Fibrous material. It's a good thing that the palm saplings, they regrow. For these guys here. They only give you one, but at least they regrow. worst case, you just have to survive as long as you can on an island. Until you grow enough to be able to make some lashing. We get our first foundation down. Doesn't even come up in a quick craft, so go back to here, vehicles. Oh, hammer is required. Okay. Forgot about the hammer. Back to crafting. Tools. Crude hammers. We need 1 lashing, so I need 2 rocks. 2 rocks, which there were plenty of those hanging around. 1 is 2. Hammer, which means we've now used our lashing, so we're going to have to get another one. Pop around here. I don't know how long it takes for these to regrow. Look. Remember for the life of me how long they take. Oh, potatoes. Oh, potatoes are valuable. You can use potatoes to create fuel. So later on in the game you get, petrol motors, which you can use to make a gyrocopter. You can literally fly between the islands. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to get enough lashing here. Plenty of wood. Very hard to see in the dark too. How are we doing for food and water? Probably need to drink something. Grab ourselves one of these coconuts. You have to be really careful how many coconuts you do consume, because it actually gives you diarrhea and it dehydrates you. You can eat the coconuts as well if you split them in half. It's super handy, but again, be careful how many you eat. Yeah, we may struggle here. I don't think we're getting off this island anytime soon. Unless we decide to use our crappy little raft. Or we maybe go into the ocean. We're gonna have to start exploring wrecks, aren't we? Now's probably a good time to inform you as well. I'm deathly afraid of sharks. So it's not going to be a fun time for me. Coconut from earlier. Going into the ocean at night time, not a fun time for me. Vehicle electric part. Don't think we need that just yet. Rations. Oh. not enough space. Go back and dump some stuff here. Pretty sure we have... Oh, it's gonna make me drop my axe to pick up anything else. I guess the kindling we can probably just leave here. We don't need it aside from when we're lighting the fire. Cloth is the same, we can probably just add to this pile over here. Keep that. And... okay, well... we do have 2 kindling. Kindling. 2 lashing, I mean. We do have 2 lashing, we could probably make 2x1 raft, which will probably flip if we get hit by a shark. So we may be stuck here for another day or so. Maybe we'll go to sleep, have a little nap, and see if anything grows in the morning. Alright, day number 2. See if anything regrew overnight, or there was anything that I missed. Being pitch black, the odds are fairly high. Hold right click, you can drag items around as well. Got to see if there's any palm trees growing underneath it. Doesn't look like there's any. There's a big rock deposit here too, so if we made a pickaxe we could make it, you know, harvest our own stone from here. Okay. Maybe we're going wreck diving. Hopes that we find some lashing. Rations is going to be super handy. Thankfully I haven't found any of those urchins yet. Nothing here. Oh man, I really don't want to venture out in the ocean just yet. The level of anxiety is like off the charts. I really don't want to go in the ocean, but I think we're going to have to do it. Because there is literally nothing here. Let's go vehicle, we'll craft one of these. And we'll plonk him here. Go back to our craft menu, craft another one. I think it has to be in the ocean before we can attach anything else to it. We'll drag this one out here. Pray that it doesn't float away before we can make another one. We're gonna lose that one, aren't we? Water's flowing that way. What if I let it go and it rests up against there? Quickly run back. Do our crafting menu. Attach him to there. We've officially survived one whole day. Drag this up here because I don't want it to float away any further. The crafting menu. 4 sticks to make a raft floor. We're gonna need a sail. So we're gonna need 1 more lashing and 2 more sticks. Okay. Well, let's get the sticks because we know we can get the sticks. Let's harvest as many as we can. How are we doing? Oh, the water's looking horrible. So's our coconut situation. There's not many around. Did have one in the ocean here as well. Or if this is going to be good and stay where I put it. I'm going to have to drink this one. Well, that didn't do a lot, but better than nothing. Oh, sapling. That's what we need. More of those. Man. Sure, further along, those potatoes are super valuable. I don't have any crates or anything to put them in. Can't store them anywhere. We may have to come back to this island. You know what? I think the next step for us is going to be diving shipwrecks, which I don't really want to do, and traveling to the next island, because this island is currently barren of resources, so I don't have enough to make any more lashing, and I'm going to need some. So maybe try and hold and have 1 more sleep. See if that... No, you can only sleep at night. Of course you can. Alright. Well, we make all this one here. We'll leave the next one for tomorrow. See if we can get enough lashing to get ourselves off this island. Alright guys. Good night, and I'll catch you in the next one.